Remember all that mulberry juice we got out the other day? Today I am going to go ahead and make mulberry jelly with it. If you missed that video, I'll link it right here in a card, and we'll make sure it's linked somewhere in the description. But I used my fruit steam juicer to get all the juice out of my mulberries. If you're not familiar with mulberries, I think that they have close to 100 seeds in every berry. It's just a lot of grit and texture that after making jam a couple times, I don't want to do that. So today I am going to be using the Ball Home Preserving, complete book of home preserving, and following their recipe with one slight modification. It might be a little on the rebellish side, but it calls for lemon juice, but I need my lemon juice for something else. I just squeezed some oranges, so we're just gonna use orange juice. Hopefully that's fine. But if you're very strict, follow their rules and use lemon juice. So the first thing I need to do though is measure out exactly how much juice did I get, so I know where to go with the recipe from there. Okay. I do want to tell you guys something. We just wrapped up lunch, and if you have never made a grilled cheese, grilling it with everything but the bagel sesame seasoning, you're totally missing out. That was so good. So let's measure this and see what we ended up with. Okay, there's 8 cups. Put that in ever so carefully. If I can get us back to, that's 10 cups, almost 10 and a half. Is that right? 3, 6, 9, no, that's 4 times the recipe. Okay, wow. That's going to be a lot of jelly. So my jelly pantry got really wiped out this Christmas. We don't go through a lot of jelly in this house. So like this huge batch, I love it making it in big batches, and I need to wash my hands before this stains. Mulberries stain really bad. Because I can gift so much of it away. It makes great birthday gifts, Mother's Day gifts, Christmas gifts. So now's a great time to start thinking about what can you do in preparation for special events like that with things that you still have in your freezer. Okay, to be safe, I have measured off half of it in another pot because it is going to overflow once I add my sugar. So I'm just measuring out the necessary amount of orange juice or lemon juice. Scratch that, change of plans. Let me show you something. This is how much sugar I would have needed to follow that Ball recipe. I am not putting this much sugar in my jelly. Also, I would have had to use 4 boxes of standard Pectin, and I only have 3. And I was reminded I have a ton of Pomona's Pectin, and Pomona's Pectin specifically only works if you're using low sugar to make jelly. And I also remembered last time I made something, I mentioned using Pomona's Pectin, and somebody asked me to do a recipe on it. So win-win. We're gonna switch it up and we're gonna follow Pomona's Pectin guidance for making jelly. They have a great website and they tell you a kind of a conversion option for you if you're gonna use Pomona's Pectin instead of standard Pectin to make jams and jellies on their website. So I ran over there, grabbed that information, wrote it down real quick, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So I have 8 cups, just shy of 8 cups each of juice. And the difference between Pomona's Pectin, I should have grabbed a fresh box. It comes with 2 things in it. It comes with a very small pack of calcium, and you mix that with a half a cup of water, so you have your calcium water. And it comes with their pectin, which I believe is like a natural pectin source. And this goes much, much further than a standard batch of pectin would. So you can, if you're not going to use all of your calcium water, you can store it in the fridge. So that's another good handy thing. So what you have to do first is mix your calcium water with your juice. So we're going to do that, and it is 1 teaspoon per cup of juice. And you're going to find that the calcium kind of settles to the bottom, so I just give it a fresh stir before I use it. So we need 8 teaspoons for each. Okay, and I still have enough that I could probably do a standard batch of jelly left. You're going to do the same thing that you would when you make normal jelly. You're going to heat it up to boil. While that's getting ready to boil, let me show you what we're going to do next with the pectin and the sugar. Okay, so first things first, I got to put like almost all of this back. Okay, now I'm going to measure out for this recipe. Pomona's pectin will, like I said, will only work with low sugar recipes. So for every cup of juice, you're going to use a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of sugar, depending on the tartness of whatever it is that you're making or how much you want to sweeten it. So I'm going to measure out 4 scant cups per 8 cups of mulberries, because mulberries are a little naturally tart. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so here is the pectin. We are going to add a teaspoon of pectin for each cup of, or 1/4 cup of sugar. 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, whatever your measurement is. So I need to add 8 for each. All right. So we're going to stir in our pectin to our sugar. That's the unique thing about this recipe is you add your calcium water. The calcium water is what makes your pectin work, but you add your pectin with your sugar. With the SureGel, you would be adding your pectin to your juice and then adding your sugar last. It's just different, but look how much less sugar I have to use. That's amazing. Hey guys, this one's just getting started to boil, so I'm going to add one of my sugars and Pomona's pectin. I'm going to get that stirred and dissolved in really well. And then we are going to, once it comes back to a roll-in boil where it can't be boiled down anymore, we're going to let that go for 1 minute, and then we'll have jelly making time. Okay, time to double batch it. Now my back burner is boiling. Okay, I just started my full rolling boil on this one. I need to wait 1 minute and that one will be ready. I'm going to pull this off. Alright, this one is at its full rolling boil, so I will continue to stir it for 1 minute and then we will be done with this one. Okay, just like any other jam or jelly, we are going to skim this foam top off. Hopefully you can tell it's pretty jelly already. Start up before it sets too much. Okay, so I doubt any of you are new to watching canning videos, but just in case, you're just going to want to wipe your lids. Somebody caught me last time because I wasn't moving my jelly will really set up on your lids if you get it on the rim. So really get them clean before you put your metal seals on, or Tattler rings, whatever you're using. Anyway guys, I'm going to process these according to the ball instructions. For time, I'm sure it's something like 10 minutes. Water bath canning, not pressure canning. And I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys about the Pomona's Pectin over like your standard SureGel or something like that. I went from needing well over 20 cups of sugar to using just 4 cups of sugar per batch. So total of 8 cups, 20 cups to 8 cups. That's pretty remarkable. I've tasted it, my son's tasted it. It's wonderful, perfectly sweetened, and it sets up beautifully, just like jelly. And instead of having to use 4 boxes of SureGel, I just needed 1 box of Pomonas. So if you haven't tried it yet, save you in sugar and save you in amount of pectin you have to go through. I will leave the link to Pomona's Pectin in the description below. I know it's already in our Amazon store, but just in case, I'll leave it there in case you have a difficulty finding it. All right, guys, I almost fit them all in the first batch. I still have 4 more to go, but let me count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 half pints. So that's pretty great. Definitely way more jam or jelly than we ever need. But hey, friends and family, you know what you're getting for Christmas. So it's my father-in-law's birthday today. He doesn't watch our channel, but maybe he'll get a sweet treat dropped off at his house. All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful to you guys to understand the difference and the benefits of using Pomona's Pectin. I know it started off a little bit shaky, but we recovered. All right, talk to you later.